Hi everyone, welcome back to the varCODE Edtech YouTube channel. So today we are going to see how if-else statement work inside JavaScript, right? So what is if-else statement? So basically if-else statement execute a block of code based on a condition, right? If your condition is true, then you are going to execute some type of block of code, and if your condition is false, then we are going to execute the else block. That's how if-else statement works. So we can directly jump onto the coding section. So I have this varCODE own code editor. So what we can do, we can create one variable with the name of age equal to, suppose it will be 19, right? Later on, if we are going to use the if condition first. You will always have to remember that firstly we need to use the if condition. Whatever the code you are going to execute, if the statement is true, it will be present inside your if statement, otherwise it will be present inside your else statement, right? So what we are going to do, if age is like greater than or equal to 18, we are going to allow the user to vote. So I can write console.log and user is allowed to vote. Otherwise, if the condition fails, right, if the condition fails, so then we are going to use the else condition. So inside the else condition, you can directly write console.log and user cannot vote, right? That's how it works. Okay, so now let's try to execute it. So as you can see that I have taken example of 19, right? So let's just run it, and you can see that user is allowed to vote. Why? Because the condition is true, right? And if I make it 17, it means the user is lesser than 18 years of age. Then I run this code, then you can see the user cannot vote. That's how if else condition works. So whenever you want to execute some code and you have condition on it, then you are going to execute the block of code inside the if statement. Otherwise it will directly go inside the else statement. That's how this if else statement works. Okay, so after this if else condition, now we are moving on to the next topic, which is nested if statement, right? How nested if work? For example, if you have multiple condition, you have nested if, like one if is inside the another if, right? So there we are going to use the nested if. How we can do this? For example, I have one variable with the name of marks, and currently I am hard coding it to 85, and we have one if condition that marks will be greater. If marks greater than and equal to 50, then we are going to do something. Now I have more condition, right? So for example, currently I can just console log something that you are passed. Now I want to differentiate user, right? So what I can do, I can create one more if inside this first if. I can create one another if, and if the marks are greater than equal to 90, then I can console dot log you got an A plus grade. So you got an A plus grade. Else, if marks are greater than equal to 75, then what I can do, you got an console.log and you got an A grade. And after this we can directly write the else statement, console.log keep improving. And else, if the condition is not satisfied, if this marks are below than 50, then we are going to do the else statement that you failed the exam, right? So console.log and not here, I guess. Okay, not here, it will be after this if block. So console.log you are failed. So that's how you can use the nested if, right? So for example, if my marks are above 80, above 50 and above 90, then I'm going to print you got an A plus grade. If my marks are above 50, above 75, then I'm going to print you got an A grade. Now if both of these conditions are not satisfied, then I will just tell keep improving. Otherwise, if marks are below than 50, then I am going to print you are failed. So let's check, run this, and you got an A grade. So my marks are more than 75 but less than 90, right? So that's why I'm getting the A grade. Now if I make it 95 here and then run this, I got the A plus grade, right? And if I write 60 here, so you can pause the video and think which console log is going to be printed, and run this, and it will say keep improving, right? If both of these conditions fails, then we are going to use the this else block, right? And if I got less than 50, which means 49 suppose, then you are failed, right? So that's how an nested if block works. Okay, so now we are moving on to the if else if ladder blocks. So how this can be useful? For example, if you have multiple conditions to check, then you can use the if else if ladder. So I can just write one comment here, or I can remove these things from here. I can create one more, let age equal to 25, and if age is smaller than equal to 12, what I want to print console.log, and you are a child, right? After this, else if age is greater than 12 and sorry, here you need to write 12, and age is smaller than equal to 19, then I want to print something else. So for example, here you can just copy and paste the console log. We are going to change the result only. So you are a teenager, else if age is greater than 19 and age is smaller than equal to 35, then I want to print something else. So I can print here you are a young adult, or you are a adult only, it will be fine. Now again I have an else if condition, so you can just copy the same else if condition. I guess you have understand it already. Now we are just doing the formality. Okay, so now here more than 35 and less than 60, so you are old. Let's do this like this. Okay, now if all of the conditions are fail, then we are only going to do the else block, and we are going to print you are senior citizen. Okay, so now if you run this code, and you will see that we got an output you are adult. So adult is coming in the more than 35, age is greater than 35, and age is smaller than equal to 60, but currently I have this 25 here. It means we have done something wrong. So what we have done wrong here is age is greater than 12 and age is smaller than equal to 19, and that's correct. You are a teenager, else if age is greater than 19 and age is smaller than equal to 35, you are an adult. Okay, okay, no, we are not getting any wrong answer, we are getting the correct answer, right? Because age is greater than 19 and age is smaller than 35, that 25 belongs to this category only, so that's why we are getting the adult. Okay, so let me try for less than 12. So we can do 10 here and run the code. You are a child, right? So every category which is lower than 12 number, it will go inside the you are a child block, right? So that's how your if else if ladder works. So that is for the if else conditions video, and we'll meet you in the next video with switch condition statements, how we can use the switch condition inside JavaScript. And also don't forget to subscribe our channel and like this video. Okay, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.